Lamar Jackson had a day, didn't he? I mean, some great runs, some great passes, yelling at teammates, and winning a football game. That's the main thing that he was able to do. I always love Lamar Jackson videos. There's always so many interesting things to break down. There's so many plays that teams just, other than the Ravens, just do not run, and that's what makes them so fascinating. So let's talk about some of these unique concepts and some of the simpler stuff that they're just executing at a high level. Let's start off with this play. I don't know how you cover this play. I don't know how you stop this play. I just don't. Lamar Jackson, one of the few guys who can do it. There's a couple other quarterbacks who can, have success with something like this. The way it's going to work is it's a quarters coverage play. You see the route that the receiver is running, but the Ravens are going to set up as though it's going to be a designed run to Lamar Jackson, and these things are just as deadly as possible. It's almost like a play action, but you can actually let the entire play develop before you show if it's actually going to be a pass or a run. It's insane. Watch as the Saints, who are in a quarters coverage, so that's, a coverage that where they definitely can give up stuff through the ground, so they're definitely, the safeties are moving in to potentially stop a quarterback run here. And at this point, it really is pick your poison at this spot. What do? Do you stay further deep and let Lamar Jackson run all over you? Probably, yeah, that's what those safeties should do, is they should stay deep, right? They shouldn't be moving in. You have to, at the end of the day, make sure everyone is covered. But again, when you do that, Lamar can easily just run with the football himself. Again, part of it too is they're fooled here. They think Lamar Jackson is running with the football. Instead, you do see that Lamar makes this throw and gets a touchdown there. Lamar's done this enough that I would say you should know better. You should know to stay deep here if you're the Saints. But at the same time, guys get fooled, and it's still going to be a great situation, because if they do stay deep, Lamar could run and pick up yards that way. So it really is a great situation for the Ravens. Going over here, I thought one of his best plays actually was an incompletion. So first, I'm highlighting one New Orleans Saints player. You see him right there. Watch how when Lamar Jackson takes a snap, you're going to have pressure right in your face if you're Lamar Jackson. This is going to be Cam Jordan who's creating the pressure. So, okay, tough situation, right? Well, no, watch him easily get out of it, it seems like. Actually, his own lineman knocked the ball out there, creating a fumble. So Lamar got it back, though, no worries. Lamar now is able to scramble to the outside. So this already, I think, very good stuff. Of nothing got open right away. There could have been a sack. He somehow gets out of it because he's Lamar Jackson. That's what he does. But watch him also throw a deep shot down the field to give Deshaun Jackson a chance in one-on-one coverage. Maybe you get a pass interference there. Maybe you get a catch there. It's on a 3rd down and long. So this was on 1st down. I wouldn't have loved this decision, but I don't think he makes this decision on 1st down. He purposely made it on a 3rd down and 9, because if he turns it over, it's really not the end of the world. It's basically an arm punt at that point. If it's intercepted at the 10-yard line, that's pretty much what you're going to get with a punt anyway. So it's no big deal whatsoever. Just a, great play all around from Lamar, even if it didn't actually help them at all. Going over to something like this is another example of what the Ravens do effectively, what works well. It's a 3rd down and 3, and it's just, a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, he gives you extra plays in the playbook. That's kind of the easiest way to phrase it, is that there's just, there's so many things you can do as a football team, as an offense. But Lamar Jackson, he just gives you a couple extra plays, and that can be everything. A play like this, you're going to have, it's actually going to be a tight end who's going to go over and block Cameron Jordan on this play, because it's going to be a designed quarterback run to the top half of the screen. So, tight end blocking Jordan. Jordan is going to read this play pretty quickly. He's going to, Lamar's going to have to get there quickly, but this is just where the acceleration of Lamar comes in. Look at how Lamar fakes the handoff and is able to easily sprint by there. He makes it look easy. That's not easy. I mean, a lot of quarterbacks running that play get sacked for a loss there. I guess technically tackled for a loss. Probably wouldn't have been a sack there, but he gets past that. You now have another New Orleans player who's going to basically just dive in and see if he can, make something happen. He's going to try to, see if he can get a quick tackle for Lamar. However, Lamar gets a block and is able to kind of sidestep it. He picks up the 1st down there. So again, when the Ravens offense is working, when these plays are working, doesn't it just look easy? I mean, it works. It looks incredibly easy. But really, when you execute these plays right, they're almost can't lose plays. I actually remember one of my first videos I made. I remember it was the first video that got over 1,000 views on this channel, was about Lamar Jackson. I believe it was something like titled something like "He creates can't lose plays." And it's very much like that last play, where it's like something like that. No matter how good of a defense you were playing, that play was going to work because of how well the Baltimore Ravens executed it. Going over here, another good example of what they're doing well in the passing game. Again, the Ravens offense utilizes the passing game. Everyone talks about the rushing game, but it is an offense that will utilize the passing game. And when it's working perfectly, the passing game is still a very valuable part of the offense. People talk about his MVP season. He led the league in passer rating that year. Well, this is how he can be effective. You see the route over the middle. That's where Lamar Jackson is looking. Watch how when he takes the snap, you're going to see he has an open receiver, which is just something that, let's be honest, we don't see the Ravens get as much as some other teams, I think it's fair to say, but it's been better this year than it has in previous years. And again, when you're letting guys get open like that, that's what's going to kill you against the Ravens. You have to make sure that you are playing great coverage, and when guys are getting open, Lamar isn't going to miss this. Watch, Lamar makes the throw. Okay, listen, Lamar will miss the occasional throw, fine. But for the most part, he is going to hit this, and this is just where the Ravens can be deadly. But again, for the Saints who already like to put a couple safeties deep, you now play a team who is so good at rushing the football. There's really no great way for the Saints to be able to play against this team, I don't think. There's also this play, which is going to be an option play, again, kind of similar to the earlier one I showed you, but it's so amazing. I feel like that's obviously not the best analysis of me saying, hey, this play is cool, but that's kind of what it was, is this play is cool. Again, 3rd down and 1, you're running the option play, getting the ball in Lamar Jackson's hands. It makes sense. Right when this play begins, though, you're seeing that New Orleans seemingly is all over this. I mean, first off, Lamar Jackson has an offensive lineman running into him. I don't know what's going on with that. Lamar Jackson and his offensive line having a rough relationship in this game, certainly. You have Cam Jordan coming from behind. You also have a New Orleans player who's, seems to be in position, and that's Tyrann Mathieu, who, obviously incredible player, and he's playing really well this year for the Saints. But it doesn't matter. Lamar Jackson jukes him out, picks up the 1st down, and even jukes out another guy just for fun there, gets inside the 20. I mean, it's stuff like this that just makes you think, like, yeah, this guy is special. He still is one of one. Yes, there are more good running quarterbacks now than there are even just a few years ago when he entered the league, but he still is one of one. He still is a unicorn. The Ravens did a really good job in this game of just, again, being able to run their offense and make some of these plays. Again, they still don't have the best receiving core, and, doesn't help when you're out Mark Andrews and Rashad Bateman, their 2 best receiving options. It's going to be difficult. So the fact that they're still able to put up this many points and be able to look still this solid in this game, I think it is still impressive. I know you could say it's just the Saints. The Saints are struggling, but I don't know. To me, maybe I'm easily impressed. But, Ravens looking really good right now at 6-3. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.